you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another show on the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Happy to be here. Happy to have you guys here. If you are a first timer to the channel or a first timer to the Strat, then welcome to you guys. We are about to change the way that you guys trade. Okay, so if you haven't done so below, please click that subscribe button. And when you do, click that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one. Our top 5 plays for Monday, May 23rd. I send out videos like this every day for you guys. I send out watch list videos that are bigger than this. I send out weekly swings, monthly swings, informational videos, motivational videos, learning tools. I've got a 4-part series on Paul Ituaru's hashtag 30 in 30. Okay, so go check that out. I've got a video on what these candle numbers mean, entries, exits, Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule, all kinds of other great info. So go check that out as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can contact me there. You can send comments there. You can DM me there. I put out all kinds of information on that as well. And you can also do the same thing on any one of my YouTube videos. Comment down below, ask me questions. I usually get back to you guys within the same day, as I am here to help you guys out in your trading journey. Okay, so let's get started on this video, the top 5 plays for Monday, May 23rd. Okay, so the first one we've got on the list, one that I play quite often, is Neo and IO, and Neo has a 1-3 setup. So when we look at this, a 1-3, so a 1 bar is an inside bar. An inside bar does not break the high right here on this red candle or the low of this red candle. It stays within the range. It's consolidating. And then an outside bar breaks the high and breaks the low of the previous candle. So this is a 3 bar, and it broke both the high and the low of the inside candle. And if we go back and look and try and find a 1-3 pattern that has happened in the past, they're not as rare as a double inside bar or a 3-1 setup, but they are rare. So here's another one. We had this inside bar, outside bar, and we trended down for 1, 2, 3, 4 straight days. We go back and find another one. And again, this is back in November. So it's a rare pattern. It doesn't happen very often. And we look, 1, 3, and then we trended up for 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, so good gains are available. Here's another one, 1-3, and a big drop down for a nice gain. Okay, so if we look, I'll try to find one more here, and then we'll head back to the rest of the plays. But, man, you got to go back. That's what I mean. They're a rare pattern, guys, and they work, okay? Just like the 3-1, just like the double inside, just like the triple inside bar we had earlier this week. We had 2 of them on DIA and KDP. And they both nailed, one for 46 and one for 15. Okay, so here's the other one, a 1-3. And this one didn't work quite as well. Looks like we just hit targets, and that was it. So, again, out of 4 or 5 of them that we had, one didn't work. So, and even that one worked. It just wasn't as great of a gain as the other ones. So, on Neo on Monday, we have this 1-3 setup, okay? So if we break the top of that outside bar at 1760, I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing. I'll be taking calls at $18 strike price and the closest expiry, which is probably on the Wednesday. Okay, and then we're going to look for targets here, here, and here at these 3 green lines, which are basically just the top of the preceding wicks. Okay, so not this one because we're already below the outside bar. So the tops, the next highest wicks. So 1, 2, and 3. If it trends down, I'm going to take puts at 1569, and I'm going to look for a strike of $15, and again, a Wednesday expiry, and we're looking for targets of here, 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 and then down here, and so on, okay? So that is the first play, and guys, these are in no particular order. They're not listed best to worst, 1 to 5, 5 to 1, okay? They're just listed, okay? Next up, we've got Wayfair. So Wayfair I found with this double inside bar, which we've had some success with last week. So an inside bar shows consolidation. And like I said before, it does not break the high or the low, the high or the low of the previous candle. And then we had a second inside bar, which did not break the high or the low of the preceding inside bar. Okay, so we have a double inside bar setup. So we can look for calls on this one at $51.98. You can take your strike at $60, $60.50, whichever you please. So the problem with this one is we have pretty tight targets, so we're going to want to be cognizant of that and just be aware, okay? And there's the one to the downside, our first target right there, okay? I checked the premiums on these and they seem to be okay. You can go into options profit calculator and you can type in what was it, W. It'll give you the price. You click on select option. The ones in the white are what we're looking at here. So 310 to 340 and then 295 to 320. That's on Wayfair, okay? So the spread between the bid and the ask is not that much. It's 25 cents. So just watch. If this one, this is another 10%. You can try get a limit fill. It might not be the best, but I put it on there anyways. Zto is the next one. Zto Express. So again, double inside bars. And this the same thing. It's showing double consolidation. And let's go back in ZTO. There was one right here, double inside bar. And look at this run, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days on the double inside bar. And I don't know if we have to go back to see. Here's the next one, was back in November of 21. We go to the top. Let's see what this one did. Okay, double inside bar. We did gap down, but 1, 2, 3, 4 straight days of a downturn. And then I'll see if I can find one more here for you guys, and then we'll move on. Here's that 3-1 setup we talked about with a really nice gain here. Here's a double inside bar, okay? So we broke. Looks like we hit first target on this outside bar, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of a run down, okay? So that is the double inside bar on Zto. If you want to go back into here, we can go to ZTO. We'll get the price, 25.35. We'll look at the option calls and spreads and what they are. So here on the calls, you're looking at 35 cents, which is not great. I wouldn't take that. And here you're looking at 35 cents, which again isn't great. So unless these premiums are the spread between the bid and the ask are better, as much as I'd like to play these, I probably won't. But they're on there for you guys if you'd like. Even to take common shares to the upside on either one of these, that's cheap enough that you can on Zto or Wayfair. Wayfair is a little higher at 51, but Zto you could probably manage it on a smaller account at $25 a share. Okay, next up we've got that's Paramount Global. So Paramount Global had this 2 up finish green, or sorry, 2 down that finished green with a hammer candle. Okay, so a hammer candle is a bullish pattern, and we've got time frame continuity on the day, week, month, and yearly. We don't know what the day and the week are going to bring us. We'll have to wait for it to open up, as Rob Smith says, on Monday to see where this takes us. But if we do trend up, we can take calls at 32.81. First target 32.86. It's only a 5-penny raise, but the second one is up here at 33.39. So watch for Paramount on Monday. Chewy had a inside bar. And again, inside bars. If we go back and look at Chewy, and we go back and look at the inside bars on Chewy, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it just continued down on that inside bar. This inside bar, another really great gain. This inside bar, you would have had some room to move up before it reversed on you. So a good gain there, good gain on this inside bar, good gain to the downside on this inside bar. So when I first started becoming successful at trading options, I did so by trading just inside bars. And that's all I looked for, was those 1 bars. Okay, and this is before I knew what the strat was, but I just looked for these inside bars for me to run on. And then I found the strat through Sarah Strat Sniper. She did an interview on Trading Wars. And I've told Sarah this before just through a tweet, but the first time I saw her on there, I was like, meh. And then, I would see the strat pop up, and I'd see it come up again. So I finally looked at it, and I was like, and I became hooked. So it's a very easy strategy to follow. There's nothing really subjective in it. It either is or it isn't. You're either breaking these triggers and hitting targets, or you're not. Okay, so there's no lines that you have to, there's no bull flags and bear flags and RSI and whatever other thing you want to list off there. We don't need it. We let the candlesticks basically tell us what to do. Okay, and that's how we trade the strat. Okay, so on this inside bar on Chewy, we have full time frame to the downside. If you're looking for that indicator, you can go into your indicator tab, type in time frame continuity, author is board rider B. If you want these numbers that I put on the candlesticks for you guys here, type in candle type the strat by Crinklebine. Okay, and people have been asking me about these outside bars, inside bars. These are paid indicators, but you can search out inside bar, outside bar indicators in that tab, and something will come up for you guys. I've looked through, there are a bunch on there for you guys, okay? So again, on this, back to this inside bar, we can take calls at 25.67. The time frame is pointing to the downside on the bigger time frames, a month, quarterly, yearly. We do have to the downside, we can take triggers at 23.56, and our first target, guys, is our weekly trigger. So this pink line triggers my weekly, and I will have a weekly video out for you guys. But this is our trigger for the weekly to go 2 down. Okay, so we had a 2 up, finished red, failed. We're going to look for a 2 down, 2 up, 2 down reversal. Okay, so we'll look for a 2 down next week, and that is our first target. So I put that target in there. We go back to the day. The second target for the daily is the first target for the weekly. So hopefully that made sense for you guys. If it didn't, comment down below and I'll help you guys out a little bit further with that. We can go to Cisco, CSCO. Cisco has another inside bar. So we can take calls on Cisco at 42.94, puts at 41.52. First targets to the upside is right here. And the second target, as I always tell you guys, on gaps are the bottom of the preceding candle, okay? And the reason for that is, what a gap is, there's no candle here. There's just a big space, okay? So that's what we call a gap. And when there is no candle here to fill this gap, then we take the bottom of the candle, and the next target is the top of the candle, and it's vice versa if we're going to the downside, okay? And here is your first target on that inside bar, and we'd have to go back quite some time, all the way back to here to find our second targets, okay? And you guys can go back and do that on your own. And then what do we have left here? XOM. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 6 plays. I'll give you one more here. XOM. XOM has this 2 up that finished red, and it's tagged the top of this broadening formation. We talked about this in the main watch list video, okay? So you can see this BF, this broadening formation, higher high. Let's make this a little smaller here. So we've got higher high to this lower low. And then we come back up, and then we've drawn a second interior broadening formation. So it's a BF within a BF, okay? And then we've done the same thing here on this line here. Okay, so we go lower low, or higher high to a lower low, higher high, lower low to here, higher high, lower low, higher high. And I've drawn this one in here to show you guys to a lower low, back to a higher high. So based on the broadening formations and the way they work, this should trend down. Okay, so we've tagged the top of the broadening formation, and it is a failed 2. So I'm going to look for a put on this one at $90.40. We'll take our first targets, first profits at $89. Okay, So that's a list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good information out of it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Give me a follow. You can follow me on Twitter as well. I hope you guys have a great trading day on Monday and for the week. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.